So what just happened? With time expiring in the first half of Jacksonville's preseason game against Pittsburgh, the Jags sent out the field goal unit for a 70-yard try because it's preseason and there's basically no stakes. Second-year kicker steps up and absolutely nails this kick dead center. However, since this is the preseason, the kick does not count towards the official record, but for all intents and purposes, this is the longest field goal in NFL history, and it's wild enough to make you ask whether this is a glimpse into where kicking is headed. All that aside, this kick probably had enough air under it to be good from 2 or 3 yards farther out. Additionally, there was no wind, the air was thick at about 90% humidity, and Jacksonville Stadium sits basically at sea level. That combo makes this kick even more impressive. Imagine that same perfect strike in Denver. Mile-high air is much thinner and less humid. Then add a helpful tailwind and a near-perfect launch, and the ball faces notably less drag. With that same contact Cam showed the other night, a perfect launch in Denver plus a favorable gust could plausibly push a low 70s into mid to high 70s or maybe just shy of 80. Jacksonville actually goes to Denver in Week 15, so Little might actually get a shot at the official record. After all, environment matters, but I think any semi-competent football fan knows this. Will Cam Little get a shot to break the record in Denver this season? Well, probably not. First, the decision to attempt a 70-yarder in a regular season game is not just about the kicker's leg. Coaches weigh field position, game situation, and momentum. Miss a 70-yard try, and you give the opponent prime starting field position, which can flip the script on a drive. That risk usually keeps coaches conservative, except in true end-of-half moments or desperate scenarios. But on the contrary, there are other layers as well. Special teams coaches are paying attention. When your snap, hold, and block are reliable, and your kicker shows consistent contact from range, a coach may be more willing to expand the range he's willing to accept late in halves. There's also psychology. A kicker who keeps booming from long range forces defenses to respect field goal range on longer drives, which subtly changes fourth down decisions and play calling. And let's not forget the practical stuff, roster construction and in-game confidence. If a team trusts a kicker to try 60-plus yarders more often, that kicker's perceived value inside the building rises, which changes how coaches manage late-game risk. In football, fantasy or not, kickers are trending up in usefulness. Stronger legs and better accuracy from long range mean a very good kicker can win games more often than they used to. In fact, kickers from 60-plus yards in the last 3 seasons are 14 of 37, which is 37.8%. which is significantly better than from 1960 through 2014, where kickers were 14 of 118 on those attempts, which is 11.9%. That's a massive jump. But for a second, let me talk fantasy. In certain formats, a top kicker who regularly converts long attempts can, or more often than not, is more reliably useful than a starting tight end or a wide receiver on your bench. After all, fantasy is still about consistency and opportunity, 2 categories which kickers are possibly better than any other position in. But that is a topic for another video. I might do a deep dive on modern kicker value sometime in the future. In the end, I believe the official record will probably be broken a few times within the next few years. But what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this breakdown in my style, consider liking the video or maybe even subscribing. I'll have plenty of videos like this one when the football, hockey, and basketball seasons pick back up. Thanks for watching and have a good day.
On its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's... Oh! Get out!